Greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is Tyrone Milade, your Goddess Guru, your sister friend. And you know, I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. I am going to share in this video the astrology for this next week, February 21st. I'm just going to go through the 29th since that closes out the month. I'm not able to be on camera today just because many of y'all know that I am recovering from COVID. So if I have any new ladies who are here, hi, I am Tyra, your spiritual guide and coach. I love astrology, divination. I love all things goddess, feminine, empowerment, women's empowerment, all that kind of good stuff. And so I'm happy to have you here. I do just want to let you all know before I jump into this week's astrology that I do have an upcoming Pisces new moon mini retreat. It's going to be on the one moment. Yes, March 7th at it's at 6 p.m. Central Time, but it's 7 p.m. Eastern Time is how I like to share this time. And I'm really excited about this retreat. You know, Pisces is so spiritual, so healing, so intuitive. And one of the things that we're going to focus on is tapping into pleasure. So I'm super, super excited about that. Also, for those of you who have been keeping up and maybe you don't know this yet, but I have been a part of this Global Shift Summit. It's all about helping women embrace aging as a very beautiful time, as well as menopause. You can watch, the replays. I put one in here about, um, um, aging, using astrology to help you understand the 40s, the 50s, and beyond. And so, you can watch those replays. I don't know why I thought it was till the 23rd, but here it says the 30th. I will put the link in the description box. And anyone who wants to be a Women's Circle facilitator, we have a training coming up March 15th through the 16th. I'm a trainer for Sistership Circle. I'm also a master facilitator. And I'm telling you, this has been revolutionary. It has changed my life. If you've ever wanted to lead powerful circles for women where you feel confident, everything's going to flow well, and women will get a lot out of it, then this is the training for you. So I will put all, and also I have a link where you can attend this for free, actually. So if you're interested, please let me know. I will put all those details in the description box. So let's talk about the astrology for this week. Wow. I'm telling y'all, this energy has been incredible. I haven't even really been able to keep up with it, but it's so interesting because one of the things I talked about, I think it was last week when I went over the astrology, is just how healing this time will be. And I know the moon has been in Cancer and we had the sun move into Pisces. Just those two alone make this very healing. And then the true node, the north node of the moon, met with Chiron on the 19th, and pretty much that's still happening. Y'all know I always remind you, astrology doesn't happen in a day. There's always like a day before, a day after, could be a 2-week cycle. Say, for instance, the new moon, the energy of the new moon lasts for 2 weeks, could be a 2-year cycle. You know, we have to think about how long is this cycle happening. But we're still feeling this. And I feel like I've been in a healing crisis catching, COVID during this time. I caught it back at the end of 2020. I haven't had it since. And all of a sudden, and there's other things in my chart that I think ushered it in, but a lot of us could be in a healing time. I've seen so many people who are having to heal from losing people. This is, wow, it's a really challenging time. I know I talked about how 2024 is an upswing, but one of the things that I want to remind y'all is when you come down into that valley, but you're starting to make your way up, it does not automatically go from being at the bottom of the valley to being at the top. There is an ascent that must happen. There's this journey that I call the heroine's journey. And it's like that journey. Whenever women are working to heal and to step into their power, we don't ascend the mountain. You know, a lot of people have heard about the hero's journey where you ascend the top of the mountain. There's all these challenges and, it's a lot that you have to face to make it to the top of that mountain. But for women, the heroine's journey is to go deep down into the depths of darkness and to gain your power. And it's from the darkness that we're able to ascend out of the darkness back out into the light of, the top of the world. And this is where our power comes from. And so just on a world level, we've been at on a heroine's journey where we're at the bottom and now we're having to ascend. And so, it's like in order to make that ascent, it's just it's a little bit chaotic, it's a little bit stressful. People are sick. I've been watching a young woman who I remember as a little girl, like, I think she was not even in the double digits when I met her, battling breast cancer. It never even crossed my mind that I would watch her go through such a serious illness. Thankfully, today she got the word that she's cancer free, but, it's challenging. The shifts are incredible, okay? So, I want everyone, if you are having a challenging time, please do not think that you're a bad person or you just have bad luck or anything like that. I don't want you to think that. I want you to just embrace that this is a time of shift, and part of the shifting that's happening is, it's just it's challenging, okay? My heart just goes out to everybody. So, yeah, so we're still in the midst of this true note with Chiron, and so Chiron is the wounded healer. It will bring up immense healing energy, but it does not feel good. It is truly a time, especially with the North Node. The North Node is like a new beginning, a time to start anew. And so it creates a healing or maybe even a healing crisis that sets off a new time, but it gives you a new perspective. But initially, it may feel extremely painful. We're all still in that, okay? So I want y'all to feel, let me see here. When are we gonna feel this? The true note. Let's see here. We are 16. Yeah, I mean, I really do think that we're gonna feel that into easily into March. Okay. So yeah, we could easily feel this. Let's see here. Until around March 15th. Okay. So yeah, um, just want to bring that back up. And something I want y'all to think about is whatever's going on right now, especially if it's something for those where there's something significant standing out for them. Like for me, it would be having COVID. There's a lot of things that I have been pondering since I've been sick. And so for the next 9 years, this is imprinting something on me. And in about 9 years, this will come back up again. Um, so I just want to put that out there to you all. There's a cycle that we're actually dealing with. And so there's some healing, or it could be a healing crisis that is kicking off. And you'll notice a huge lesson, a breakthrough, aha, release, or something like that in about 9 years. So again, I want y'all to understand, we a lot of times we're given time to work on these things. Okay. So going into this week, so the 21st, not much is going on, but we do feel this Venus conjunct Mars, and they are conjuncting in Aquarius, which is super interesting because I remember they conjuncted in Aquarius About 2 years ago, my niece was born when they were conjunct. That's super cool. Um, so yeah, Mars and Venus are conjuncting. So again, here's another new beginning. The North Node with Chiron, new beginning, and Venus with Mars, new beginning. And so Venus is relationships, it's money, harmony, balance. It could even be something around appearance, self care, and manifestation. And that's combining, and it's also, I don't know if I said this, creativity. And it's also, combining this energy, and it's women with Mars, which is men. So it's some new beginning that could be around men and women, you and someone else, you and a male in your life. It could be a new beginning. And it's like we're making progress because of Aquarius. So we're making progress. Now, Aquarius is this energy that has to do with adventure, freedom, liberation. So it could be something like that around money, um, relationships, even a breakthrough of some sort in terms of manifestation. So, or some new adventure. It's kicking off some new adventure for you. Mars is also, it's this energy of breakthrough and innovation. It's a fighter, it's a warrior energy. So, with this being in Aquarius, it actually could be kicking off, first of all, new technology, new innovation. There's a lady who I love following. She's a hypnotherapist and she's very much into manifestation. And she, just because Aquarius is technology, she has been working on getting her app launched for a while. And she just got that app finally launched. When I say for a while, I want to say at least a year or so. So it could be, you've been working on something, especially technology or maybe podcasting. I know people who are getting back into radio, that kind of thing, anything with technology, or you're wanting to kick this off, even if you don't have it already together. It's like you have this idea and you really want to start taking action on it. This is a 2-year cycle where you could get this done. Um, so yeah, let's see here. Oh, but I also think that this is something around, I think that we're going to see women getting more and more mhm, into advocacy around their topics because, Aquarius is definitely advocacy, rebellion, and it's all about making sure that people have equity, equal rights, and freedoms. It's all about making sure there's a society, Aquarius is humane. It's about being a humanitarian. So it's about creating more of a humanitarian um, society. And I think that this is going to be kicking off a new time. It actually kind of goes back to that Aquarius video that I recently made. What are we gonna be seeing? Well, Venus and Mars, they just keep meeting here in Aquarius. They did it 2 years ago. I wanna say it was at 0 degrees, and now they're meeting this year at 6 degrees. So, let's see here, 6 degrees is gonna be, it's definitely Aquarius, double Aquarius. And let's see here, Aquarius, oh, Aries. So, I honestly believe this is gonna be kicking off. It would be interesting. I never really looked at the Women's March back from 2016, 2017, something like that. I need to look and see what was going on during that time with Mars and Venus. It puts me in the mind of something like that where just women in mass are gonna be like, "Oh, we fighting." Cause see, Mars and Aries, they do actually have to do with the body. And so it's women are gonna be fighting for bodily autonomy. I think that that is something that we'll see quite a bit about around, or just women, like, personally in your life, you'll just be not having it. Anyone that wants to be doing all this old school, you know, whatever this thing is that we've taught about women and these limiting beliefs about what it means to be a woman, folks think that they have seen us stepping it up. They ain't seen nothing yet. What I do think it would be really good for y'all to use this for is, this is a sign that has to do with being gainful. Venus has to do with money. And so I think that you could use this as a time to revisit any money goals that you have, any goals about being gainful from your career. So, yeah, but it's definitely going to be kicking off a new beginning in your Aquarius house. And I don't want to go through the signs. I'm sorry, y'all. It actually takes a lot of work to go through the signs. But if you know what house this is for you, then it will kick off a new beginning in that house. So, yeah. Anything else that I want to say about that? Let's see here. Mm, that's interesting that the moon is opposite Mars and Venus at that time. Mm. So, definitely the other thing I want y'all to think about is um, we are going to actually have a time over the next 2 years where we feel this push and this pull. Kind of like, you know, just it's kind of like reconciling what is special about you. It could be reconciling, this something emotional inside of you versus some goal maybe that you're going for. So maybe it's sort of like keeping balance. Yeah, you're going to be going for this goal, but you want to make sure you take care of yourself. And you also don't want your unique identity to be getting lost so much in chasing the goal. So making sure that you infuse the goal with what makes you special and what makes you unique. Sometimes it is easy. We go for the goal, but I don't know. The other thing about Leo, the moon being in Leo, it's like make sure you have fun chasing that goal. Okay, let me move forward. So Mercury moving into Pisces on the 23rd. So what that does is Mercury is all about um, the mind, and it's about conversations, what we're talking about, communication. It even could be thinking about writing, journaling. So this is a really good time for us in terms of like caring for our mind. Um, it could be a really creative time if you are creating anything that involves communication. Could be something you're writing, a video, um, poetry, something spiritual, because Pisces is actually spiritual also. It could be um, songs, anything that involves communication. This will be a really good time for that. But it does spiritualize the mind. It could make us want more time where we're just like getting quiet and we are wanting to kind of escape into things like meditation, guided meditation, could even be escaping into something like movies because Pisces is movies. Anything that makes you get lost could be fiction or going to shows that are really creative. I think about du Soleil. Um, so that hypnosis, y'all know I love hypnosis. I'm going to be sharing more with y'all about that. So it's also about healing the mind because Pisces is the subconscious mind. And when we really want to make changes, like I want y'all to think about something, we're headed into Aries, the spring, at least here in the northern hemisphere. And um, it's going to be time for us pretty soon to start, moving forward on new beginnings, taking new action, doing new things. Well, how do we allow this to happen? We want to bring the change from the inside out. And we do that through the subconscious mind. So Mercury and Pisces could be that time where you are just taking that time to heal, release, let go. Pisces is definitely this energy of liberation, releasing and letting go, because it's a sign that is just before something is reborn. That's what Pisces is. I'm not gonna say it's the sign of death, but it really it's the last sign in the zodiac. So it really is, the end before the beginning. So you wanna use this time with Mercury and Pisces maybe to look at what's in the subconscious mind that needs to be released, let go of, so that you can, step powerfully into your whatever it is you wanna manifest over the next year. And, let's see here, Mercury is also being with small groups of people. So you may feel like you wanna hang out with creative people, spiritual people. You wanna hang out in healing settings because Pisces is also healing. And, Mercury is also about skills. And so there may be people that want to pick up some mercurial skills, teach mercurial skills, use your mercurial skills during this time. And these skills would be Pisces. So Pisces is intuition. So doing things like readings, might come a little more easily to everyone during this time. So definitely tapping into divination, intuition, those kinds of things. Um, any healing tools? Maybe you want to learn some, use some that you've already learned. Use those healing tools with Mercury being in Pisces. Now, another thing that I want to tell y'all about is Mercury is, or Pisces is about getting away. Mercury could be a short trip. So maybe while Mercury's in Pisces, you'll actually get away or you'll plan a getaway. You will do a staycation of some kind. But Pisces is about getting away, relaxing, and taking it easy. So yeah, that's what I want to say about that. Okay, so we're gonna have this full moon in Virgo on the 24th. I'm gonna make a separate video about this full moon in Virgo. But when I look at it, yeah, oh, that moon looks, on the one hand, it looks kind of nice. And on the other hand, it doesn't look fun. Largely because Saturn is there and the ruler of this moon is opposite the moon, which is Mercury. Mercury has just come into Pisces. So we have these, well, really, we have four planets in Pisces. That's a stellium. Pisces energy is very powerful at this time. And so, the full moon, it creates this push and this pull. It illuminates some things. And so I think what a lot of us will be focused on with this full moon is, to a certain degree, kind of like coming to terms with the messiness in our lives and what we need to do to get it cleared up. Um, so yeah, I will go a little bit more in depth with you all in the next video. It'll be for everybody. I'll post it for everybody. But one thing is for sure, a full moon is a time to get a message and to see, what is this moon showing you? What message is it giving to you moving forward? And how can you use that message to benefit you? Also, the full moon, it helps to culminate something. So some of you may be realizing, I completed this. It could be a step along a journey, or it could be you finally have manifested fill in the blank. You can see it. And so that's something that should be celebrated. A full moon is definitely a time to celebrate. I will say this is a very healing moon. I love Virgo so, so much. It's such a healing sign. And Virgo never really cares about pointing out what the problem is. because Virgo wants to make everything better. So, yeah, I know a lot of times Virgo gets a little bit of a bad rap, but we're all better because of the healing energy of Virgo and its ability to just be like, okay, I'm going to tell you what nobody else is telling you outside of Capricorn. Capricorn is going to tell you the truth. Scorpio is going to tell you the truth. So Virgo is like, but it's right now, it's my time. I'm going to tell you the truth about what needs to happen and for order for you to heal and to get some things decent and in order. So for that, we give you thanks. Now, at the same time of that full moon, Venus is square Jupiter. It's another reason why I was just kind of like, mm. Now, square is actually a good sign, but it does create stress. I mean, a full moon actually can be so beautiful, but it's such a stressful moon because it has the energy of it's opposing energy. It creates a push and a pull. And a square is activating energy. It can create frustration. So this moon will feel a little stressful. Now, the good news is Venus and Jupiter. And Venus and Jupiter are benefic planets. They help us to manifest. So hopefully we will see something manifest, especially with Jupiter being in Taurus and the moon and Virgo. Those have to do with, those are earth signs. And so it's definitely energy where we can manifest something, but it could come through a little bit of frustration. Even it's actually square, Jupiter's square, both Venus and Mars, to be honest with you. So, yeah, this moon, well, with those 2 being there, we could definitely manifest something. It would be something unexpected. So I definitely think that's important for y'all to think about something unexpected coming up at that time. It could have something to do with technology. It could have something to do with money. I'm gonna be honest with you. On the global level, we could see something major happen with banks, internet, well, we even know right now California has, I think it's like a storm or something like that moving up against its shore. It could definitely be something with the earth, climate, some natural event happening. So, yeah, I give thanks for the full moon. I just wanna be honest with y'all about what I see. I don't like to sound negative, but y'all know I'm a truth teller. Oh, so then we get a little bit of a break, the 25th and the 26th, but that full moon lasts for 2 weeks, so we'll still be feeling the effects. And like I said, Mars square Jupiter, that is exact on the 27th. Well, this week right here, wow, the 27th through the 28th, this is a lot. So, yeah, definitely that will be a time. Again, it's bringing up the natural events happening and, things with the money and the internet, technology, something like that. Now, the good news is, though, with all of this going on with the squares to Jupiter, it actually could be it could be actually kicking off some type of um, advocacy event or something like that, where people are just fed up. It could be kicking off. Um, let's see here, something around technology. And I also would be interested to see what's going to happen to the stock market. I don't really keep up with the stock market, but I wonder if something like that would happen. But definitely, I want y'all to be looking for something kicking off. And it could be in your life, something new kicking off in its growth, expansion, progress, moving forward. But it may not necessarily feel easy. It might feel a little stressful, but I always kind of see it as like, just forget it. I'm going to get it done now. Okay, so on the 28th, just honoring my mother, her birthday when she was here was, she was born on February 28th. She's an ancestor. Just miss my mom so much some days, but that's her birthday. So look at this day. My goodness. So we're having what are called conjunctions, new beginnings popping off, Sun conjunct Mercury, Mercury conjunct Saturn, Sun conjunct Saturn. Wowzers. Let's see here. Yeah. So this is a very powerful, very, very powerful. I had to drink some water, but I also pulled up this conjunction. So, oh my gosh. So we have um Saturn, the Sun, and Mercury all conjuncting right there. That means they're meeting. They're on the same degree. And or they're within like 1 or 2 degrees of each other. And so that's like I'm gonna say a triple new beginning. Yeah, I'm gonna say a triple new beginning. And so it's happening in the house of Pisces. And with this happening in the house of Pisces, it's definitely kicking off some new beginning around healing. I see Saturn as this energy that is about, um, getting Pisces together. Like Pisces is mess. It's a mess. It's a lot of messiness, no boundaries. Now it can be beautiful. It's a lot of compassion. Okay. And healing, creativity, spirituality, the dream state. So around this time next week, I think a lot of us will be having massive dreams. Um, but I think that with the Sun and Mercury all conjuncting right there together, that it's kicking off an intense time of healing. I mean, gosh, y'all, I really do think that I mentioned at the beginning how a lot of us have been dealing with or seeing people deal with folks transitioning. And I think it could be one of these times, where it kind of kicks it off, not for long, but just around that time. Because Pisces it's about liberation. It's about going to the other side. But I also think that can really kick off a beautiful time of healing, a beautiful time for healers, if you're a healer, and a beautiful time for people caring about one another. And so I want y'all to use this time as a time to go within, because Pisces is definitely Pisces is about the imagination. So I want you to use this as a time to be able to like actually see the plan, not just feel it. Okay. I think that this could be a time where you can like establish a deep spiritual practice for those who are creative to really step more powerfully into your creative energies. And yeah, just a beautiful healing time. The other thing too is, I mentioned before, we still have this Chiron here with this um North Node. And so it's really, I think healing, people talking about healing, even we think about what rules Jupiter. I mean, Pisces is Jupiter. It's a lot of healing energy involved. Chiron and the North Node in Aries. This is that healing energy. Jupiter in Taurus, that is about self-care and healing and what you're gonna eat, that kind of thing. They're even sextiling Jupiter. So I think a lot of good will come from it, but I mean, I have to be honest. I mean, Saturn is involved in this, so it could feel a little bit challenging. Okay. So yeah, and I just talked about this one right here. So I'm gonna go on ahead and wrap it up just because I have to keep pausing the video because I'm having these coughing fits. So anywho, thank y'all for being with me. I can't do a reading today, y'all, but maybe I'll do one and post it. Again, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you would please um, like the video, share the video, and let's get this reading out to other sisters who could benefit from it. I hope that you join me in the New Moon Retreat on March the 7th. Also, the Free Your Menopause Summit, Shift Summit, as well as in March for the Rise event that's all about leading women's circles. I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I will connect with you all soon. Peace and love.